Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you join me to go through top box solutions for the Aprilia Tuono. I've got a 2020 Aprilia Tuono and I need a top box on the back of it. I don't want a bag, I'd like a roll bag. I want a top box. I like my top box. I already have a Givi Trekker Outback 42, I think it is, and I want that to fit my Tuono. Givi don't actually do anything for the Tuonos, so I've had to be a bit creative here in order to get that top box to fit the Tuono itself. It's going to be a two-part video really. One is going to be a review of the Sportrack, because that is the item I bought or purchased to make this work. Looks a bit dodgy there, and a bit ropey. And the other will be how to make it a Givi top box fit your Tuono using the Sportrack. So I'm going to do a bit of a review because I fitted the Sportrack. It's okay. I'll show you how it fits, the system. I'll show you the Sportrack now so you can see what it's like. But essentially it looks like this. So you've got two little prongs here. They sit at the front, sort of where your butt is. And then you've got a little sort of hook just here. Now that hook, I've put tape on it, but I'll explain why later. That hook hooks underneath the back of your subframe. Now, it also comes with foam. I've foamed the hell out of this and glued it in, and I've also damaged the foam at the same time. But essentially, I'm using the foam so it squidges in between the Sportrack and the bike tail itself. So it kind of creates a little bit of a waterproof barrier, because without the foam, there's no waterproofing. The weather is just free to go into the back of your tail. Now, in the Tuono, if you get that part wet, it will corrode certain things and your bike might not start, which I've physically seen on the last tour we went on. Yeah, mate of mine's Tuono got wet in the tail, and I think it was the starter relay got wet, corroded, so we had to clean it, and that basically fixed it. But yeah, I've used the foam for that. So this top box, or this Givi Sportrack, doesn't really look like a traditional Sportrack anymore. You can kind of see that I have customized it. Now, I had a Givi top box before, and you can see the plate I have bolted to the Sportrack. It actually fits quite well. See if I can show you a bit better. So it was quite easy. I used the existing holes in this rack. I think this is an M8 Trekker rack, I think, but I would use any one. There is a one that looks a bit better than this one, which is more flat. I think would work better doing it this way, but I just used what I had. So I put a hole here, 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 and here, bolted it through the other side, under here, where you can't really see. There's one, there's two, and then the third and fourth are under there. 3, put that back in, and 4 is there. I had to cut these down because they would have hit the top of the bike. So bear that in mind if this is something you're going to do. And this tape here, this is just some tape I had lying around. But it is, I think it's called gaffer tape, but they use it for like filming and stuff. It tears quite easily. And it goes there like that. And this bolt. Bit of a nightmare, to be honest, to get the height right. The rack will wobble around until you get this right, and until you do a little modification here, but on the bike, and I'll show you that. I'll show you me fitting it, and I'll show you the modifications that I've done to make this thing fit well. Also, I'll show you what it's like when you don't do anything, because it rattles around like a bastard. So, here we have it fitted to the bike. Quite a nice fit. You can see the foam in there. I've put quite a bit of foam in there, but you can see it's stopping any stuff from getting inside, like water and stuff like that, which is what I'm more concerned about. I know it's not fully waterproof, but it will stop most of it getting in. The only thing I don't like about this is, like I mentioned before, it's quite a lot of play there. So from factory, it's going to be a bit annoying. I'm going to have to fix that. But yeah, it is what it is. Looks nice. Looks good on the bike. Right guys, welcome to the garage. So I'm going to show you the Sportrack and what it's like when it's fitted to the bike. I'm going to show you how it fits on the bike, why you maybe not have a full amount of confidence in it, because I'm a little bit skeptical, but I'm going to go with it anyway. I'm going to show you how it fits, and also the little modifications that I've done to make sure it doesn't come off, because if it comes off, that would be disastrous. So here we go. So here's the Sportrack itself. It works by using the fixings of the passenger seat. So this fixing here locates into this hole here, which is obviously held on with just that. The key turning is what holds that in place. And the rear hook that I covered in tape earlier fits onto this little bracket here. Again, I've put tape on it. You can see, just to give it a little bit of cushioning, you could say. And then this little bolt here and nut, so these you have to adjust so it pinches this subframe, otherwise it rattles. Now, when I did this when I got this right, I found that this was all good on the rear, didn't rattle. I put the top box on and then I'll show you what happened then. Oh dear. So as you can see from that video, the top box was moving side to side. Now that's to do with these prongs and them sitting here. Now there's a bit of movement here. So what I've done, and I'm not 100% finished with this yet, I might change it again, but I've added some little foam, just a bit of foam here and here, and I built it up slowly until it stopped moving side to side basically. A little bit of play is okay. I think if it's too solid, it won't absorb like impacts very well. So that's why I went with foam, and I think it'll be beneficial and it's better as it is now. So let me put the top box on and the rack. I'll show you how stiff it is now. It's a little bit stiff to get on and quite difficult, but to be fair, I think it's better this way than it is out of the box. And then I'll show you the top box, how easy it is to fit, remove, and why I've gone with this way. I don't usually fit it from this side, so don't laugh at me. So first things first, you want to fit the hook underneath the rear subframe first, and then we locate the middle part. Now, because I've built this up to such a tight tolerance, I have to really push it back. Things to be careful of here is the screws, which I've added on the edge of your bike. I had to cut the screws down, as I mentioned, so they don't touch it here, so check that before you do it. But anyway, let's fit it. All right, first things first, key. Get it in, then you locate the hook. Slotted in quite nice actually. Needs to go back a bit further. Turn the key. I can feel it just went down a little bit. That's very tight. It's not usually this tight from factory, but I can feel that the prong is now in the hole. It just needs to be pushed down. Hopefully you'll hear a nice satisfying click like that. Key can come out and it's on. That's it, on. Pretty solid. The tiniest bit of movement, which I'm not too fussed about, as long as it's not flapping around everywhere. And then to get the top box, and Givi is such a good top. Voila, one top box. You can see the fittings, 2 hooks, one big one at the bottom. She's on. Solid enough for me. I'm going to go with it. One thing I might do before I go on this trip is I might cable tie using these holes here. I'll show you. Using these holes here, I'll put a cable tie through the back into the subframe, just to make sure if this does come out for any reason, it shouldn't come off because it's still hooked on. And that's about it, guys. That's the solution that I've gone with. So I hope this helps you in your top box journey if you are going on a tour with your Tuono. I'm pretty happy with this. I think it will do the job. A lot of storage. I've got a 20-litre Krieger bag on top of this as well. So overall, I've got 62 litres of storage there. I don't want to fill this up too much though, because I think it looks ridiculous as it is. So we'll keep it at that. And yeah, good to go. Hopefully see you in Spain. Removing this thing is also super easy. I literally just have to put the key in, pull on the lever at the back, and then off she goes. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, click like, think about subscribing, and I shall see you on the next one. Ciao for now.